Greetings. My name is Will Steffen. I'm one of the English professors here at AIC. Some of you I may be meeting once the fall semester begins. I'm just going to be introducing you here to the Perusall software which you need for this annotation assignment in your sociology class. So the first thing you want to do is go here to, in your browser, perusall.com, Perusall spelled with two L's. And you can either click on Get Started Now or click on Login. And you'll be prompted here to enter some information, either if you have a Gmail account, you can do that, or if you have a Facebook account, you can enter that. My information's already saved, so it just takes me right here. And what you want to do, you might not see these courses down here listed, so you will probably want to click on Enroll in Course, and then you'll be prompted for this course code. That code we've given you on Blackboard. It's Steffen-EYPAG. So you're going to want to enter that and then click Save Changes, and that should take you to your course, Intro to Sociology. And just so you can see what it'll look like when you log in, it'll probably look more like this. This first assignment is to read The Promise by Mills. So you want to click on that. And it'll kind of walk you through this orientation, which is, I think, helpful. So you can just kind of click through this so you know what everything does, what all these icons do that you're looking at. The biggest distinction I'd just like to point out here is that you want to make sure that when you highlight text and offer an annotation of it, you want to make sure you're using this talk bubble up here. What does this mean? And I just want to highlight that that's different from this little pencil, which is the notes icon. When you write the notes icon, your professors cannot see it. So that's like for notes that you want to take on your own as you're reading. But what Professor McDonald and I are asking you to do is to use this icon so that we can take a look at how you're annotating this text. But again, to annotate this text, all you have to do as you're reading is just highlight a word or a section. Maybe you want to highlight a whole paragraph and kind of offer a comment on this whole chunk. And as you enter the text, just make sure that you, again, this says press enter to submit. I've had students use this in the past where they weren't doing that and their comments didn't save. So please make sure that you just hit enter to save your comments. And for some specific guidelines, again, these are posted on Blackboard, but what we'd like you to do is enter 7 annotations as you read these 5 pages. And your annotations can do any one of these following things. First, you can ask a question about something you do not understand. This can be a way to bookmark talking points for class discussion. You can identify a passage where you can provide an example of something the author is writing about from the real world or from your own experience. You can identify a main idea or argument the author is trying to get across. So for example, this passage or these 5 pages are taken from Mills's book, The Sociological Imagination. The author uses that phrase, so you might want to, you could highlight that phrase and say, identify what you think the author means by it. You could identify the main idea or highlight where does the author state the argument most clearly. Identify a point where you disagree with and explain why you disagree with that point. And finally, identify a key word that the author uses that seems important to the author's argument. What does this word mean? How does the word fit into the author's argument? So again, you can also use this search tool. And again, this is called The Promise. So if you want to maybe write something or offer a comment on where the author uses the word promise, there's the title, yes, but then here on page 2, the word shows up again, and then again on page 3. So that's a place where you could potentially highlight something and offer a comment. So I will leave this page up for you so you can look over these criteria for what we're looking for here. But again, as you're reading, try to enter 7 annotations, and hopefully this will lead to a good discussion in class when you return to talk about this text. Again, the point of doing this is to just work on building some active reading skills, some engagement with the text as you're reading, and it's something I would encourage you to do anytime you're given a writing assignment in your college career, but of course you're not always going to be using Perusall. So good luck, and again, I look forward to meeting some of you in the fall.